Good day, dear students. My name is Isami Naura Maratqza. I'm a teacher of English at Tahtibeh High Agricultural College. Today we will speak about human biology. The aims of our lesson to enrich students' knowledge about new theme, to enlarge vocabulary, and to develop reading and the writing skills. Let's start our lesson. New vocabulary of our lesson. You must read and write these new words into your vocabulary books and translate them into your native language. Pharynx, larynx, heart, arteries, muscles, liver, gallbladder, kidneys, skeleton, lungs, spleen, stomach, veins, pancreas. The next they are given a text about can we put an end to aging? Let's read this text. The results of a recent experiment to slow the effects of the aging process in mice amazed scientists in Boston, USA. The scientists increased the amount of an enzyme called telomerase in the cells of the mice. Telomerase is an important enzyme because it repairs DNA. With increased telomerase in their cells, the mice fertility improved. Their fur began to look healthier, even their brains worked better. The scientists were hoping simply to slow the aging process in mice, but, much to their surprise, they actually reversed it. Could we use the same process to stop humans from aging? It's possible, but it wouldn't be without risks. Scientists believe increasing the level of the telomerase in human cells would put people at greater risk of cancer. What's more, it's unlikely that simply increasing telomerase would be enough to keep us young because hundreds of enzymes are involved in their aging process. Also, scientists don't yet know exactly how and why we age. They have several theories. One theory is that as time passes, our bodies become less efficient at removing toxins from our cells. One way to try to stop the aging process is to keep cells as clean as possible. Scientists in New York successfully used this technique to restore the livers of old mice. The researchers bred special mice that didn't lose their ability to remove damaged proteins from their livers. When these special mice were 2 years old, their livers were as healthy as the livers of ordinary 1 month old mice. Also, these special mice with useful livers didn't live any longer than ordinary mice. Scientists believe this study could eventually lead to ways of protecting humans from the disease we get in old age. Of course, if scientists ever do succeed in developing drugs that combat the aging process, we will need to ask ourselves whether it's right to use them. For instance, should we keep people young and healthy artificially when already there are far too many people on the planet? What if you can't wait for these future developments so? Well, scientists may not yet be able to stop you from aging, but they do know a way you can keep yourself looking younger. Tomatoes. Tomatoes contain a substance called lycopene, which helps prevent one of the main causes of skin aging, sun damage. Researchers in the UK asked a group of people to eat a serving of cooked tomatoes every day for 12 weeks. They then compared their skin to the skin of people who hadn't eaten any tomatoes. The skin of the people who ate the tomatoes was much less likely to burn in the sun. Eating tomatoes also increases the levels of procollagen in your skin. Procollagen helps keep skin firm. So the more you have in your skin, the less likely you are to get wrinkles. So while living forever is still just a fantasy, nature has at least provided a way for us to keep looking as young as possible for as long as possible. Now, students, you must read again this text and translate it into your native language. Then you must do these tasks. Task number 4. Read the text again and answer the questions discussed with your partner. The first question, for example, what physical change did the Boston scientists see in the mice in their experiment? You must answer these 7 questions. The next. Exercise number 6. Fill in reserved, serving, combat, efficient enzymes. You must put these words where they are necessary. And now, students, at the ending of our lesson, let's look the video of scientists about stopping the aging of people. Now, our lesson is over. Goodbye, students.
Aging is the major risk factor for many modern diseases. Therefore, understanding the aging process could have a major impact in trying to alleviate those diseases. Aging is a very obscure and not well understood process. What is aging, we really don't know. We know the consequences of aging, but what are the causes of aging? And many of us believe that aging is not a plastic process. It's not something that we can manipulate. These observations indicate the opposite. When we convert a skin cell, for instance, into a stem cell, what we're doing is rejuvenating that cell. A skin cell was before a stem cell, and that's a process that we call cellular reprogramming, rejuvenating a cell back to its pristine state. This is a process we are right now working on in the lab to try to see if this is possible, not just in the Petri dish, but also in a living animal.
What we discovered is that we can change the program of a cell in an animal, and we can convert an old program into a young program. In this study, we were able to slow down aging by inducing cellular reprogramming both in a dish and in vivo. For this purpose, we use the factors that have been previously discovered that are able to reprogram cells to a pluripotent state.